It's time for Eufaula High Football with Doug Applin, Keith Bryan, John Wayne Robinson, and Jimmy Simmons.
Welcome, everyone, to the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show. Week number 3 already upon us as the Tigers get ready to take on Catholic of Montgomery on the road this week. And Coach Charles Jernigan will be joining us momentarily. But our first segment tonight, we welcome Coach Tanner Blatt, new baseball coach at the high school. Coach Blatt, welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, sir. So new to Eufaula High School. Are you new to Eufaula?
So, yes, I am new to Eufaula. My wife grew up here, so I'm from just right down the road in Opelika, Alabama.
Okay.
So not too far of a distance.
Okay. Opelika Bulldog?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, all right. Did you play baseball at Opelika?
So I played baseball at Opelika under the leadership of Coach Billy Jones, and I played for Brian Blackman.
Okay.
Football.
Football. Okay. Yeah, I remember when Coach Blackman was at Opelika. Opelika's had a lot of success over the years. Of course, way back, Eufaula would play Opelika every now and then in football. Did we play while you were there?
No, sir.
I didn't think so, because we played. I remember we played some in the '90s, Doug, and then we played off and on here and there. We've been up to Opelika several times over the years. Stadium's very nice up there now.
It is. Very nice facilities.
Very nice facility. Now, do you know Coach Brian Moore?
I do. Yeah. Very good friends with Brian Moore. I actually saw him a couple weekends ago. He was my offensive coordinator when I was at Opelika, and I loved playing under him.
Okay. So he was offensive coordinator at Opelika before he came to Eufaula, was he not?
I believe so.
I think so. I think that's right. Okay. Well, good deal. Well, so tell us a little bit more about your background from Opelika to you were in the military. Is that right?
That is correct. Yes, sir. So graduated from Opelika High School in 2016, went on to play football for the University of Troy, where I earned my bachelor's of exercise science, wellness and fitness during that time. Ended up helping the strength and conditioning programs with football, baseball, and softball. Went back and played some more football, had a career-ending ACL tear against Missouri, after which case I decided to join the Air Force as an explosive ordnance disposal technician, which is basically the bomb squad of the Air Force.
Boy.
Actually just got out of that this past month, so I'm completely done now. During that time, earned my master's of science through Louisiana State University, and here I am.
How about that? So didn't know that you played football at Troy.
That is correct. Yes, sir. A little bit of DB, but primarily running back and a big special teams guy.
Okay. So did you play for Coach Blakeney? I can't remember when he retired.
No, sir. I played for Coach Brown and
Neil Brown.
Neil Brown.
Right.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Time, when you get to be our age, time kind of runs together. I didn't realize how long Coach Blakeney, but Neil Brown was there for a while.
That was Neil Brown and Chip Lindsey came in.
That's right.
He was
fantastic.
Right.
So
Wasden was probably still there too.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
I think so.
Too,
yeah. Shane's a former Eufaula coach as well, so you have a lot of ties to Eufaula vicariously. And your wife is from Eufaula?
She is. Yeah.
Okay. So married with, you have children?
No kids, but 3 crazy dogs.
Okay.
So
all right.
They keep us busy.
I'm sure. So let's talk about the baseball team a little bit. So I'm assuming the baseball team has tryouts. So when does that happen?
Yep. So we've completed our first round of tryouts right before school began, but we're going to have a second evaluation period once high school football is concluded. That way we give everyone the chance to come out again if need be. And then as soon as that's completed, we'll get the ball moving. As soon as we return from the semester, we'll get to work in January, hit the ground running.
And season starts when?
February. Early February. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
So how many players do you carry on the team?
We have currently 20 players on the team.
So there are 20 spots. So that's what?
Shoot, I'd say there's probably about 25 spots. So we have 20 currently.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's what I was wondering. How many will you carry into the season? It's 25.
Yep.
Okay, so openings. So you anticipate some football players potentially.
Yes, sir.
Playing,
Sure
okay.
thing. And anyone who might have, not seen the news over the summer when school began, give them another chance to come out and
Right.
be a part of the program.
So how many returning players are there from last year?
Well, we only lost, I believe, 3. We're a very young team, but that means there's a ton of opportunity for growth. And, I expect to be a lot better this year.
That's the thing. Eufaula, and I'm sure you've looked back at it and you probably knew from playing. Eufaula just doesn't have a very successful history in baseball. So last year, I mean, relatively speaking, it was a good year because they made the postseason tournament. But so you said all but 3 players are back from that team last year.
That is correct.
That's good. So I mean, you got a nucleus that's had a little more success, and so that's great. So you said practice will start in January.
That is correct.
Okay, so 2 weeks. So is there with high school baseball? Is there I know with football there's 7-on-7s in the summer and things like that. Is there anything similar to that with baseball? Is there any off-season competition that you can participate in?
So during the summer, teams are allowed some extracurricular competition, inter squad, this, that, and the other. Once the first semester of school rolls around, we're not allowed to do anything baseball related unless it is during a specified school block. After the semester, when we come back in January, we have a lead up period. And then once that lead up period is concluded, we can begin full on practice. And there are specific guidelines set by the state that we follow and make sure we're doing everything correctly.
Okay. So how many games are scheduled for this year?
We have 30 games scheduled this year.
Oh,
30 games. Very good. Very good competition this year. We will be playing Prattville, Reeltown, scheduled some JV games against Opelika, and just trying to bridge those gaps with tough competition to ensure that we're ready for the games that matter, which is area and playoff games that we do anticipate making.
Absolutely. So, so 30, based on a little bit of history I looked at before tonight, that's a larger schedule than what I've seen played in the past.
That is correct. And the thought process behind that is we need the games. There's a lot of times where the only experience that you learn is during game speed, and you can scrimmage as much as you want, but you need that game experience, and the more games, the better.
So how many on the high school level 5A, how many pitchers do you typically have?
Well, right now, our idea is that we need to have athletes. And if we need someone to pitch, they're going to learn the pitch and be able to maintain the foundations that we need for pitching and be able to control the strike zone and hold runners on with their leads and just understand the game. So, and our philosophy as coaches this year moving forward is if you can be athletic, you will be expected to pitch, and we're going to make you a better pitcher. As long as you can have those foundational skills, we're going to get you better and be ready to help the team if need be.
That makes sense. Eufaula had some success with youth baseball over the summer, and that's not the first time that's happened. The problem is it just seems like it never translates. So hopefully, I know that you're certainly interested in what's coming up through the pipeline, and I know from talking to the football team, there's some. And Coach O was the guest last week. I'm
That's
sure
right.
you met Coach O with the orientation and all that. You first year guys here, both of you, but he talked about what talent there was in the middle school.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to peek into because I guess the middle school doesn't have a baseball team. Is that right?
We had one for the first time in a couple of years last year, and I was the head baseball coach at the middle school.
I didn't realize that.
And we finished 12-2, so we went from not having a team to 12-2, which is fantastic. And we played some very good competition. And what's great is I'm able to move up with most of those guys. And as of now, yes, we will have a middle school baseball team, and it's going to be expected to hold those same standards as they make their way up to the high school level.
Okay, well that's good. I generally didn't know that, so I
Yep.
didn't realize that this is your second year with the school system. I didn't realize you were at the middle school last year. So that's great. 12-2 is
12-2,
that's a great start.
indeed.
So had there been a baseball team at the middle school previously?
I believe there had been, but it had been a couple of years.
Okay,
So I guess that's just based on numbers and lack of numbers, if you will.
right. So so obviously 12-2 are any of the guys that you coached last year on the current team at the high school?
We have a couple of the ninth graders that have moved up from 8th grade. We have Maddox Richardson, Joseph Zellner, Daniel Zellner. I'm trying to think of any more. Jamie Brascom. But yes, a handful of guys have moved up to that 9th grade level. So, which is great.
Yeah. Okay. So I know with basketball, the district or area or whatever, I know it differs from the football region. So who are the teams in baseball, is it referred to as a region or a district, or
region.
is a region? So how many teams are in the region?
Area. So we have ourselves, Headland, and Carroll, which are those are our 3 teams in our area.
Okay, and of those 3, how many make the postseason?
I believe it is 2.
So 2 out of 3 make the postseason. Okay. Was that the same region as last year?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It was last year. Yep.
So I know every year is different. But what's the outlook for those 2 schools? I'm not familiar with how strong of a baseball program. Who's the team to beat?
Our goal moving forward this year is Headland. We know that Headland has a lot of competition and they maintain a lot of players, and that's a caliber of a team we want to compete with, and we know that we can. If we play our cards properly and we put the work in this offseason, I see no reason that we can't compete, if not beat Headland this year, which is one of our team goals.
Okay. So, like I said, I haven't looked at the previous situation. When do you have any idea when's the last time Eufaula beat Headland?
We beat them this previous season under Coach Murphy, which, by the way, Coach Murphy was a fantastic leader for the school and really set the standards for what we have moving forward. And that is a fantastic job on his part. We beat Headland 1 out of the 3-game series, so which is not bad, but we did make progress there.
That's right. The fact that you've beaten them before, so
Correct.
That's important. So, well, anyway, we'll continue our interview with Coach Blatt. We're going to step aside for a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more of the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show after this timeout.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Camlocker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue, or call us at 334-687-4700. When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole-home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, always a good call. In Eufaula, call Alpha agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
R.W. Wingate & Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate and Company for your accounting needs.
Easy Metal Building Kits, pole barns, and metal roofing supplies. APEC Metal Express carries multiple kit sizes and colors with at-home DIY instruction. APEC Metal Express. Fast delivery, superior quality, excellent customer service.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now, impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Hey, we're back on the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show. Want to remind everyone to come out and join us live during the Coaches Show. It's from 6 to 7 every Tuesday night. And there's a trivia question that we're going to do this year. This will be our third week doing it. But the trivia question for tonight is, who was the only head coach in Eufaula High School history to win a football and a basketball state championship? Once again, the only coach in the history of Eufaula High School to win both a football and a basketball state championship. If you come in here and go up and order some food tonight, answer that question correctly, you'll win a chocolate chip cookie. It was a chocolate chip cookie last week. They actually called it a chocolate chunk cookie. Tanner, have you ever had one of those?
I have, and they are fantastic.
They're fantastic. We were touting them last week. I actually ate one before the show and during the show last week, and enjoy one every time I choose to splurge and indulge on that. You can get away with your young man.
I got to work it off.
That's
work it off.
That's right. So, and next week's question, we'll go ahead and give you the question for next week is, how many consecutive years has the Eufaula High School football Tigers made the state playoffs? That's how many consecutive years. Now, Tanner, you're new to Eufaula. You may or may not know that the answer to that.
I do not.
So the answer is 27. The last time that Eufaula did not make the playoffs was 1997. Wow. So 27 consecutive years. This would make 28. And Eufaula has the sixth longest current streak in the state. That's all classifications.
Wow.
So it's the sixth longest. They were seventh going into last year, but Lou Byrne missed. I think it was Lou Byrne missed the playoffs last year.
That is correct.
And so Eufaula moved up to sixth. So, but the answer is 27 consecutive years in the state playoffs for Eufaula. That's going to be the question for next week. So come to Chick-fil-A between 6 and 7 o'clock next Tuesday night, answer the trivia question, and get a free prize. It may or may not be the chocolate chip cookie next week. It might be a ice cream cone or ice cream cup. So we'll let you know next week, but just remember that. Something special that owner-operator Daniel Pulley and the staff here at Chick-fil-A Eufaula are doing for you to make things special on the Coaches Show this year. So back, Coach Blatt, talking about your ties to Eufaula, talked about Coach Moore, and then, of course, Coach Wasden when you were at Troy. And then you've actually got a connection of some sort to Catholic this week's football opponent as well, right?
That is correct. During my time at Opelika High School with the football program there, Coach Jonathan Chandler was one of our coaches on the offensive side of the ball. So I got to play under his leadership as well.
Okay. And so Coach Chandler's a new coach at Catholic this year. So so he was there. Do you know where he came from previous to this year at Catholic?
Oh, man.
Sorry to put you on the
Wetumpka.
spot.
I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it was Wetumpka.
Okay, so he was at Wetumpka with Bear Woods then.
I believe so.
So you got a lot of connections between Troy and a lot of these high school teams. Of course, you played at Troy. Coach Jernigan played at Troy. I know Coach Jernigan was prior to you at Troy, but he had a really good career there as well. But so you coached the middle school baseball last year. You're doing the high school baseball. Are you helping any on football football Friday nights?
Yes, sir, I am. So on Friday nights, I help with special teams, just making sure guys are where they need to be, picking up on any cues, and just honestly a utility coach. Wherever I'm needed, I'm here to help and do whatever I can for the program. So anything that Coach Jernigan or any of the other coaches need, I'm there to support them.
Gotcha. So as far as baseball is concerned, other than personnel tryouts. What else is new other than a 30-game schedule? Anything new with the facilities, the field? I know the baseball field or the football field, I'm sorry, had a remodel this year with the lighting and getting the jumbotron and some other things, a facelift with the paint job and all. Any changes with the baseball?
Yeah. So
facility?
number one, huge shout out to our school system and central office. They do everything that they can to ensure that our athletic programs are taken care of in every aspect. With our baseball field this year, we have a lovely home plate halo coming around, custom made Tiger emblem. We have on deck circles that are going to be with our signature Tiger eye. We've got some scoreboard decals coming, brand new lights, the same that the football field will be receiving, or that the football team has.
Okay.
And we're looking at adding a couple of more additions as well, but we are investing in our athletic programs here at Eufaula, and it is a great thing.
That's great. So you can't argue with that. And so how many different uniform combinations does the baseball team have?
So right now we have 2 uniform combinations, and my idea was, or excuse me, we have 3. But my idea was, we get our feet under, so we set our foundation. We can add those as time comes. My priority this season was using our funds to purchase things that are going to help us, training aids, necessary gear and equipment, and making sure our guys look the part. They put in a ton of effort during the summer and this off season as they are right now, and they are my goal for them, and it is what is expected is excellence in everything that they do. Professionalism, classroom, the field, and out community part. So
Right.
we're with our funds, we're making sure that we have those things that can make our guys look professional.
Okay. Well, you mentioned a young team this year. You said you have 20 currently. So how many of those are underclassmen? How many? I mean, just an estimate. How many? Do you have any seniors?
3 seniors.
Three
Three
seniors.
seniors, and the rest. I mean, I'd say mostly 9th and 10th graders, which is why I say that we have a great opportunity coming for Eufaula baseball into the next 5 years, if not this year and forward. Like I said, Coach Murphy set that standard early on. I just came along, and we're just continuing it and building upon what we did last year.
So the 20 guys that are on the roster this year, I know you have limitations. You can't get out there and practice, but what about off-season training and weightlifting and things like that?
Yep. So being that I have a strength and conditioning background at Troy University, and my degrees are all in strength and conditioning. My brother has strength and conditioning background. I mean, I'll tell you one thing, we've been getting after it in that weight room because, in my opinion, that's where the success of the game is. Being able to take that strength and make it functional, transition it to the diamond. You can be as strong as an ox, but if you can't translate that to the game and make it a sport specific movement, then it's doing no good. And what I'm doing is we're making sure that we have proper mobility, speed, power, agility, the ability to turn on a dime, open our hips, and just everything we do correlates directly to that game. So it's going great. We're retesting this week on all of our measurable lifts and events. And so far today, we performed bench press, which is not one of my favorite lifts for baseball's sake, but it is something that we can measure. And on average, we had guys going up 30, 35 pounds in 1 month of training. And I know a lot of that is our neurological adaptations, but 35 pounds is 35 pounds on top of body weight and body mass increasing. We're on the right track, and we're only 1 month in. So things are looking pretty good. I can't wait to see what we look like after the break.
Well, that's right. Well, see, with something like that, obviously, the more you have time to implement your program and have guys come through, I mean, you'll see the payoff over time, I'm sure. So what about nutrition? I mean, you can have all the programs in the world, but if you don't have the nutrition, so what do you have? Obviously, you can't live with these guys 24/7, but do you have a plan that you present to them that you suggest?
Yeah. So one of our pillars to success that we have, which is kind of, what we say makes the biggest difference in our program. One of them is accountability, and our guys got to have accountability. I can give anyone the keys to success and tell them what they need to do, but if they don't do it, then at the end of the day, that's on them. And, we've had nutrition classes with myself and Coach Mayo, who's the other strength and conditioning coach with our program, who does a fantastic job. We discuss nutrition, hydration, what you need to eat for breakfast, snacks, your goals and weight gain, weight loss, whatever it may be. And also, our lunchroom staff does an amazing job. So after we complete our workouts in the morning, we all go together as a team. We sit in the cafeteria, we have breakfast, which one, they need nutrition. There's no excuses, and I'm making sure that they eat. And additionally, we got some team bonding going on. It looks good. We're trying to represent our program, and we're also showing thanks and gratitude to our lunchroom staff, who goes above and beyond to make sure that we're taken care of.
Right.
So, yeah, nutrition's huge. I mean, you can lift, but what do they say? I believe 60 to 70% of your performance in the weight room comes from nutrition. You can't expect to have gains if you're eating McDonald's and Twinkies every night.
Right. Not taking in enough protein
Exactly.
as well. So,
yes.
So you mentioned morning workouts, and you may have said this, and if so, I missed the time. But what time do your guys get there to work out?
Yep. So Monday through Friday, we're looking at about 6:15, and then on Thursdays we have what is known as the Tiger Trials, which is where we have our teams split into smaller teams of 3. We have 4 of those teams, and we start off the morning at 6:15 in my classroom. We go over a leadership trait for the day or some form of a story that can be applied to the real world and their lives. We break it down. We take notes. We discuss some things. After that, we go and we knock our workout out, finish that up about 7:45, give them 15 minutes to go eat breakfast, and we hit the ground running for our baseball block in the morning.
Okay. So your current players that made the tryouts, they have their first block is baseball.
That is correct.
Oh, that's
which is a huge factor moving forward with this year. A lot of the high caliber teams have been able to do that. It's considered first block. It's it's the class, and during that time you can do what's needed. Outside of that class, you're not allowed any baseball related activity. So we are taking full advantage of that, just as those teams who've been successful in the past have. This is the first year we've been able to implement it, and we're very thankful for that opportunity.
So just curious, what would a typical class consist of? All right, just today, what would a baseball block consist of?
All right, so we'll go through it. We hit the ground running 6:15 this morning. We performed a mobility session, got our bodies warmed up, speed and agility on most days. And then today we focused on our bench press. From there, we had our players go and eat their breakfast. We came back and we focused on, say, for example, ground balls. We're working backhands, front hands today, maybe some feeders to between middle infield, working on the little things. The goal during this baseball block is, since there's only so much that we can do during that time, we have a list of 70 tasks that we're going to master before the season begins. And that includes things such as pickoffs, leadoffs, how to take the field, how we stand for the national anthem, dugout player responsibilities, everything you can imagine broken down to a science. We're trying to master one of those tasks a day. And if you can master one, like we say, progress over perfection, right? If we can do one better every single day, then come game time, we should be much more prepared.
Boy, you're very detail oriented on that.
Indeed.
So,
Yes,
so
indeed.
that's impressive though. I mean, you break it down as long as you can keep their attention for that.
That's the big thing.
That's great. So I mean, you're not taking anything for granted that they automatically know how to do that. Just stand.
Exactly.
One thing you mentioned, stand for the national anthem. I mean,
that is huge, and that's that excellence that I was talking about, professionalism. Everything you do matters, from how you dress, how you take the field, and then how you look. It all matters, and it represents who we are as a program. And I expect nothing but the best. We're going to stand for that national anthem, one, because it's extremely important, but two, we need to represent our school and this country the way it's supposed to be done. And that goes into everything. I can sit and talk about it all day.
Absolutely. I understand. Well, you mentioned working on backhands and things like that. Are you doing this on the field? We
can, yes. So we're able to work on the field. If we need to get more reps in, we can. Or if it's raining, heck, we got that lovely facility that we have. We can get some reps in there. So it just depends on day. We've been implementing our long toss program 2 to 3 times a week, working on flat grounds, things of that nature. So it really just depends on what we're trying to master during the week. And, what I like to do is at least once a week, I give my team the autonomy to make the decision. What do you think you need to work on, team? And seniors, you take that leadership role. What is one thing that you feel as though we could be better at today? And that gives them a sense of belonging, a sense of that their decision makes a difference, which increases motivation significantly, which is what we want. There's many times where the coach can say, this is what we're going to do. It's exactly how we're going to do it. And there's a time and place for that, but there's also a time where you need to give your players a voice to be heard and let them work on what they feel that they need.
Absolutely. I mean, that's great. You got more buy-in that way with them
Exactly
having some
right.
feedback. They feel like they're being heard. So, well, that's great. Coach Blatt, sounds like you've got everything rolling in the right direction, and Eufaula is lucky to have you. So
I'm extremely thankful to be here.
Yeah, looking forward to this baseball season and seeing some good results.
Yes, sir. Well, thank y'all so much for having me. And if there's anything you need, you just let me know.
Oh, we're not through with you. We got one more segment.
All right,
okay,
good for
sounds
me.
good. So we will step aside, take another commercial break, and listen to the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show. We'll be right back.
Hey, Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? APEC Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
Looking for quality furniture at unbeatable prices? Come to Holly Home Furnishings in Eufaula. From cozy living room sets to stylish bedroom suites and modern appliances. Looking for quality furniture at unbeatable prices? Come to Holly Home Furnishings in Eufaula. From cozy living room sets to stylish bedroom suites and modern appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house feel like a home. With flexible financing options, convenient delivery, and friendly local service, shopping has never been easier. Visit us today on South Eufaula Avenue and see why Holly Home Furnishings is your hometown choice. Holly Home Furnishings, helping your house feel like home.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest, most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today at 230 South Eufaula Avenue in Eufaula, or in Clayton at 16 South Midway Street, or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My ring said to be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile to even fit into my shoes. Still, I got a lot to prove, but for all that we've been through, this overdue. This the anthem.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Hey, we're back on the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. We still have Coach Tanner
things of that nature, absorbing force, what it may be.
So, so what are the? I mean, I don't want to bore people talking about conditioning and weight training, but I'm interested in it. So how many? What are your primary or base lifts that you measure? I know you measure bench press, but you take you're measuring improvement in certain lifts. Which lifts are you monitoring?
So we're looking at, like I said, not a big fan of bench press, but we do use it just for the guy's sake. We look at our power cleans, which is one of the most explosive movements in any field. It's a really good indicator of power and force development. I'm looking at squat, which is obviously a big lift. We can look at deadlift, but really and truly the power clean incorporates the deadlift.
Right.
I'm looking at 60. I'm looking at our shuttle drill, looking at broad jump, vertical jump. Heck, I even look at medicine ball overhead throws and things of that nature. And obviously baseball specific, we're looking at exit velocity, throwing velocity, all that stuff. So whatever can be applied to the diamond and some, what we use.
So as far as hitting, how do you make a player a better hitter when you take him through the program?
Yep. So number one, we got to buy into our hitting philosophy, and this is extremely important for our group coming up because we don't have any Barry Bonds, dropping 500-foot bombs. What we're starting with, we're buying into. We got to put the ball on the ground, and we've got an extremely talented group of fast baseball players, which is our philosophy. Put the ball on the ground, be very difficult to get out with 2 strikes, reduce our strikeouts, and just use our speed to get on base. Once we get on base, we're going to be looking to take the next bag. Any errors that the other teammates were converting on. So that's the first step, is getting them to buy into who we are. And then we make sure that, we're not doing anything too fancy at the plate. As much as I like to believe that we're professionals, our guys still are learning. They're young men, and we're going to do what puts them in the best position to win. So sometimes they may be, more comfortable in one position, but maybe it's not efficient. Maybe it's not working. So we're going to break that swing down. We're going to make sure they're put in the proper position to hit the ball the way we need to. If they're standing too tall, dropping their back shoulder, popping it up, those are easy outs. Right. Maybe we can drop the stance, shrink the strike zone, and get a more compact swing, put it on the ground, and use our speed. That's what we're going for. And so far, everyone's pretty much bought into it. Now I'm ready to see it put into action.
Right. So out of the 20 players you have now, how many are left-handed?
Oh, wow. We have one left-handed pitcher, Mr. Nolan Hayes, great teammate. He also plays first base for us, and he hits lefty as well. Other than that, I do not believe we have any left-handed hitters or arms.
Really?
Which I wish we did.
Right.
But, that's what we got.
That's right. You roll with what you got. So speaking of positions, you mentioned it's natural for a lefty to be on the first base, but so far as positions, is that something you allow them to try out for positions, or do I'm sure you're evaluating them right now. So are you placing them there, or you allow them to try out positions and then just figure it all out as you go?
Yep. So going into the season, the first thing I stated was, I understand that there may be a position that you like to play, and that's great and wonderful. Sometimes you may feel as though you're better at one position than the other. And my job is going to be to one, I'll give you that opportunity. I think it's fair that everyone deserves a chance. Everyone deserves that chance. But at the end of the day, if it's not working out and you can be a benefit somewhere else, I'm going to put you where you need to be to help this team. So team first mentality, which is also another pillar of our program here.
Right. Yeah, and of course, as we kind of wrap things up here, one thing you said, your Thursday mornings where you come in, you have some, motivational time. I mean, eating breakfast together, I guess 4 or 5 mornings.
That's correct. Yes.
So, I mean, that's going to pay dividends when February comes around.
It is. When there's adversity, we're going to have that team. We're going to have that bond to, be resilient and overcome that adversity. Adversity comes in many different shapes and forms, and we discuss that. There's going to be adversity in life. There's going to be adversity on the diamond. It's about how you overcome it. That's what I'm trying to teach them, not just baseball related, but how they can take that and move forward with that in their real world life.
Right. Well, Coach Blatt, once again, we've appreciated you joining us here. I'm sure it's been a very interesting segment, not just for people who are interested in baseball, but just to hear what you're doing to build these young men. So we appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you very much.
Come join us anytime.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be back with Coach Jarrell Jernigan on the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show after this commercial break.
Oh, how they doing?
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
comes to professional gutter installation, Gutterman Dothan has you covered. Voted Best of the Wiregrass 7 years in a row, we provide top-notch gutter services across the Wiregrass area. Protect your home from rainstorms.
St. Clair County a lot better than they have been. They got a quarterback and a receiver. They got a mid-major receiver.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest, most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today at 230 South Eufaula Avenue in Eufaula, or in Clayton at 16 South Midway Street, or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back. Keith.
Hey, we're back. It slipped up on me, but we're back on the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. Coach Jernigan, week 3 already. It seems like when football season starts, it just goes.
Keeps going.
Can't believe we're in week 3 already.
Time flies.
It really does. I know last week we didn't have the result we wanted, but I was very impressed, at least with Russell County. I mean, when we were sitting here last week at this time, and you told me that Riggins was back at quarterback, I was concerned because I was very impressed with that young man last year. I remember being a shootout at Russell County last year, and we finally stopped them, and we got the advantage of the game, and we closed it out. But he's very poised quarterback. I'm glad we don't have to see him again.
Yeah, that's a pretty good Russell County team, but we didn't play good at all up front offensively. Things like just blocking down, missing blocks like that, and then defensively just missed tackles on there. And like I said, it was 7-7 on us right there, and then came out in the second half, and they started leaning on us a little bit up front, and then they have 2 really good running backs. I was more impressed with the running backs than the quarterback, but those 2 young running backs they got is
one of those guys was
really
a sophomore. So
yeah, correct. That's the best one, I think.
Yeah, I'm going from memory, but it seems like he was around 5'9", around 200.
He's not as tall. He's just thick. He's thick and he's quick and he's strong.
Right, but I mean, he was not very tall, but he was listed. Seems like 195 or 200, which we don't have. I guess for his size, he had a lot of speed and quickness, like you said. So, let me ask you this: when do you work on the schedule? Normally, you have a home and away series with people, or whatever. When do you work on next?
Well, this is the last year for our 2-year schedule right here. You normally work on it like this year, towards the end of this year, so we'll have another 2 years to put a contract with any other teams, non-conference teams. So this is the year that we'll come together and we'll call around, try to schedule other teams, for non-region games.
So I know that's a challenge every year because where we're located. You typically got to travel to. We've traveled all over the place sometimes for these non-region games. So is that something you work on in the off season, I guess?
Yes.
As we talked about Russell County, because that's obviously a non-region game. But now, prior to last year, when was the previous time we played them? Have we played them since you've been back in Eufaula as a coach? Prior to last year?
We have. I think it's back. I forget what year, but I know Coach Ribby was the coach when we played them. Played them here.
I know we played them in like a preseason type game.
Yeah, but it was a real game when, if my memory serves me correct, it was probably around, I'll say 2017.
They were
18,
actually in our region there for a little while when we
when we were 6A.
That's correct. I forgot that. I forgot that completely. So, well, anyway, they went 9-3 last year, second round of the 6A playoffs. I could see them doing that again this year based on what I saw. Who knows? You never know how things are going to shake out. But anyway, we've got to turn our attention to this week's opponent, Catholic. Uncharacteristically, they lost the game last week, Coach. And so I don't know if that's good or bad or indifferent or whatever. At least, I know your guys, you can look at them and say, hey, they've been beaten. They're not undefeated. They don't have a 3-year winning streak now on the other hand, I'm sure their coach is looking at it like he's got their guys' attention since they lost the game. So both teams are going to come in after their first loss. So, I mean, both teams are looking for a win. What can we expect from Catholic as far as what you've seen through these first 2 weeks?
First, I mean, it's still a good team, well-coached team. You know, defensive line is pretty still legit, you know. And you know, like I keep saying, well-coached team. Patrick Plott is the coordinator there now, and he like to dial up some blitzes and stuff like that. Then on special teams. So we got to be ready in all three phases.
Now, Patrick Plott, the coach that was at Carelessly?
Yes, he's the defensive coordinator.
Okay. Well, I know his son is coaching here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Got a connection there. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is interesting. You know, I guess that's a lot of that. As I was talking to Coach Blatt here, you know, he had some connections to UFAL. I guess when you're on a coach's tree, there's a lot of cross pollination.
Oh yeah.
So that's interesting. So yeah, you know, I'd seen a little bit of Catholic and they're still very athletic. They're still a very good team. Just didn't seem, just from and this is me speaking, not you, but didn't seem as dominant what I saw as what we saw last year. But last year's team was super special. I mean, they didn't play a close game all year last year. But so D-line is still very good. Who are some standouts on offense that you guys are looking at?
Well, their quarterback pretty good. He's a pocket passer. And they got a receiver number 12. So they like to get the ball to him, throw it to him, and speed sweep to him with jet sweeps and all of that. So we got to know where he's at all times. And then you know, they got a kick returning back there. I want to say I think it's number 4. He returned one versus St. James. So we won't be kicking into him for sure. Like I said, and then they got that D-line they got the D's kid that got, you know, your mid-major offers at O-line and D-line. So like I said, all around they got a good team and well-coached team.
I got to watch the St. James game, and the running back number 7, don't know his name, but I remember him playing last year against us, I think. Number 8 is an athlete. I remember him being pretty effective against us last year. And of course, you mentioned number 4. I didn't remember his name, but he returned the opening kickoff against St. James. He took the opening kickoff to the house. So always good skill position players at Catholic, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, we will continue to talk about this Catholic game that's coming up on Friday night after we step aside for one more commercial break. We'll be back with more Chick-fil-A If You Follow Coaches Show after this.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest, most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today at 230 South Eufaula Avenue in Eufaula, or in Clayton at 16 South Midway Street, or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Looking for quality furniture at unbeatable prices? Come to Holly Home Furnishings in Eufaula. From cozy living room sets to stylish bedroom suites and modern appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house feel like a home. With flexible financing options, convenient delivery, and friendly local service, shopping has never been easier. Visit us today on South Eufaula Avenue and see why Holly Home Furnishings is your hometown choice. Holly Home Furnishings, helping your house feel like home.
At Sutton Heating and Cooling LLC, you get hometown service. Tanner Sutton and his team make you their priority. You can expect worry-free customer service from Sutton Heating and Cooling. Whether you're looking to upgrade your system or need 24-hour emergency service, Sutton is the name to remember. For your free estimate, call Sutton Heating and Cooling LLC at 334-695-7054. 334-695-7054. Sutton Heating and Cooling LLC.
Outside of this one church town, there's a gold dirt road to a whole lot of nothing. nothing, got a deed to the land, but it ain't my ground. This is God's country. We pray for rain and thank Him when it's falling, 'cause it brings a grain and a little bit of money. We put it back in the plate, I guess that's why they call it God's country. I saw the light in a...
Since 1953, Flowers Insurance Agency has been protecting you and your assets with policies tailored to your specific needs. Whether it's commercial, personal lines, life insurance, or employee benefits, including your employer-offered health insurance, Flowers Insurance has you covered. With access to over 50 insurance carriers, we provide the trusted service and products you deserve. It's simple. Call Flowers Insurance in downtown Eufaula today and find your peace of mind.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Here on out, don't put it up until they get done.